Week 6, Engaging in Joyful Activities. Welcome back to the Barbara Schnarr podcast, and welcome to week 6 of our happiness journey. I'm Barbara Schnarr, and I'm glad you're here. Every week we come together to grow and glow, learning to live more fully, more consciously, as we glow from the inside out. This is week 6 of 12 of the Barbara Schnarr podcast happiness series. If you're following along in my 12-week happiness book, that's fantastic. If you don't have the book, that's absolutely fine, but you will want something to write with and to write on. If you'd like to get the book, just go to the About section of the Barbara Schnarr podcast, wherever you found this episode, and there will be a link to my 12 happiness coach sessions for coaches and individuals book on Amazon. Or you can just go to Amazon and search for Schnarr Coach. That's Schnarr Coach. It sure would be great if you could follow me on the socials. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, and Threads. Just go to the sites that you use often and look me up. There aren't really any other Barbara Schnarr podcasts, so it should be easy to find. And I'm finally working on getting my website together. Finally, so it's all going to be in one place. Over the past few weeks, you've been building a strong internal foundation. You've explored gratitude, shifting your thinking patterns, strengthened your relationships, and learned how to treat yourself with more compassion. Now we move on to something that brings energy into all that work. This week is about joy. Not the kind that depends on everything going perfectly, and not the kind that only shows up on special occasions. We're talking about everyday joy. The kind that exists in small moments, in activities you enjoy, in experiences that make you feel more like yourself. The challenge is that joy is often the first thing to get pushed aside. Life fills up with responsibilities and routines and expectations, and before you know it, days start to feel repetitive. You're getting things done, sure, but you're not necessarily enjoying the process. This week is about changing that pattern by bringing joy back into your life in a deliberate way. A good place to begin is by asking yourself a few simple questions. What makes you feel energized? What activities make you lose track of time? When was the last time you felt genuinely happy, and what were you doing? These questions help you reconnect with experiences that bring you back to yourself. For some people, it might be something creative, like writing or music or art. For others, it could be movement or being outdoors or spending time with people they care about. There's no right answer here. Joy is personal and just like everything else we've explored in this journey. This week, I want you to take those answers and turn them into something concrete, and let's call that your joy list. It's simply a list of activities, experiences, or moments that bring you a sense of enjoyment or fulfillment. It can be things you already do, things that you used to enjoy, and things that you've been curious about but haven't tried yet. Let's not try to make this list perfect, let's just make it real. Once you have your list, choose at least one activity and schedule it into your week. Treat it as something that matters, not something you'll get to if you have extra time. Joy doesn't usually appear in leftover space. It needs to be given space. And as you do this, you might notice some resistance, but you might think, I don't have time, or you might feel like what you want to do isn't productive. You might even question whether it's worth it, and this is very common. Many people have learned to associate value with productivity, which can make joy feel optional or even unnecessary. But the reality is that joy supports everything else. It improves your energy, your focus, your resilience, and your overall sense of well-being. So when that resistance shows up, pause and look at it. Ask yourself what belief is behind it. Is it the idea that you have to earn rest or enjoyment? Is it the feeling that there are always more important things to do? Then take that one small step anyway. It doesn't have to be a big commitment. Even 10 or 15 minutes spent on doing something you enjoy can begin to shift how your day feels. Another important piece of this week is reconnecting with play. As adults, it's easy to lose that sense of playfulness. Activities become goal-oriented, and there's often pressure to be good at what you do. But play isn't about performance, it's about experience. This week, try doing something without focusing on the outcome. It could be dancing, or drawing, or playing a game, or trying something new without worrying about how it turns out. Pay attention to how it feels to engage in something because you want to, not because you need to achieve something. This kind of activity can reduce stress, increase creativity, and bring a sense of freedom that often gets lost in structured routines. As you engage in these activities, there's one more layer to bring into it: presence. It's possible to be doing something enjoyable but still be mentally somewhere else. We've all been there. Thinking about what's next, or checking your phone, or running through your to-do list in your head. This week, when you're doing something you enjoy, make an effort to stay with it. Notice what's happening around you. Pay attention to how you feel. Let yourself fully experience the moment instead of rushing through it. This doesn't require anything complicated. It's simply about being aware of what you're doing while you're doing it. Afterward, take a moment to reflect. What did you enjoy about it? How did it affect your mood or energy? This helps reinforce the experience and makes it more likely that you'll return to it. And another way to expand joy is by sharing it. Experiences often become more meaningful when they're shared with others. This could be something simple like having a meal together, or going for a walk, or doing an activity you both enjoy. This week, plan at least one moment where you intentionally share something enjoyable with someone else. Notice how it affects both the experience itself and your connection with the other person. So as you move through this week, focus on a few key things. Create your joy list and choose at least one activity to schedule. Notice and challenge any resistance that comes up. Incorporate one playful activity without focusing on the outcome. Be present during the moments you enjoy, and share at least one joyful experience with someone else. And at the end of the week, take time to reflect. Which activities did you enjoy the most? Did your mood shift or your energy shift at all? What would you like to continue to do moving forward? Joy isn't something that needs to be earned or saved for later. That's stupid. It's something that can be built into your life in small, consistent ways. Next week, we'll build on this by focusing on mindfulness and presence, which helps you experience more of these moments more fully. For now, stay with this practice. Keep making space for what brings you energy and enjoyment. I'll see you next week.